Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Today I'm going to be showing you the best investments to make millions of coins in FC25. And as you can see, I'm doing pretty well so far myself. So if you want a team like mine, or even better, you're in the right place, and all you've got to do to say thank you, as always, is drop a like down below, subscribe if you're new, and if you didn't see over on Instagram, Xbox sent me a ton of stuff to give you guys for free. So we got 12k FIFA points, a copy of FIFA, and 3 months free Xbox Game Pass. So if you want to be in for a chance of winning, there's going to be a tweet out in the next couple of days. Make sure to like it, retweet it, and you'll be it. Do you want the best team in FC25? Yeah, baby. Do you want to be playing with the best players in the game like this and not be stuck with teams like this? Okay. Then you need to head over to skycoach.gg, select the amount of coins or the type of weekend league boost you need, and enter code PRORECOIL for 10% off of your order. So guys, I'm going to be going through a few investments today. Now, some of them I'm already in, some of them you're going to watch me get involved in during this video. Some of them are from the Discord. So we have an array here, and they're all the way up from like 2,000 coins all the way up to 100k. So whatever budget you've got, you are covered. Now, first of all, when we go over to my transfer list, you'll see who I'm holding, and I'll run through why I'm holding them at the moment. So first of all, I've got Shabozlai or Shlablablablablozlai on my transfer listed items at the minute because he's got an Evo coming. He's not really going to go for more than that 6k. Maybe they increase the price cap, but I want coins now so I can do more investing and trading. A lot of what I've got here in these sections of some of these lower rated players is actually things that I've packed and I have duplicates of. You can see a few Delicts here. We've got, of course, a couple Koulibaly's. We've got a couple Trippiers. They're not necessarily investments, but I don't want to waste the cards. I'm going to have them either in an SBC or wait for them to come up in an SBC that makes them go up in price, or potentially an evolution. Now, for players like Raitan, the reason I'm keeping her at the moment is because if we look at her price right now, she's going for ranging from like 10 to 16k. So the reality is, as an 88, she's not going to go down. She can't really get any lower than that because once SBCs come out that are going to actually need rating, she's going to be a prime suspect. Additionally, if you look at the card, it's actually quite a good card. You know, we've got 88 pace, decent physical, and other than the physical and defensive, which are the lowest stats, she's an all-round 80, 85 plus on a lot of stats. So very, very good card. Now, this is a card that I would say is worth getting if you can get her on a snipe. Now, we all know it's not very easy to snipe in this FIFA so far because of the way they have essentially just messed up the menus, it seems. But if you can pick her up at maybe 14, 13k, get her on a bid, she is someone that I would say definitely worth putting a few coins into because, as I say, it's either going to go up because of an SBC or because of her ability in game, and she does connect to a lot of players, whether it be Prem or female Prem. Looking at the likes of Delict, he's one that I'm only keeping here because he's an 84. I do believe the card's going to rise, but not a lot, and it's not something I'd say to invest a lot of coins into. When we go further down the line, you'll see where I've put a lot of coins. So first of all, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So all of these cards I actually invested in as part of a series, so you will see that tomorrow. But realistically, looking at these guys, I invested, I mean, some of them at 2.2. You can see here we're already getting as much as like 4k on some of these. If we go, I think one of these I got him at 1.8, so definitely a lot better than the rest. And you can see I've invested in all of them at around that 2.1, 2.2 mark, apart from him where I got a bit of a steal there. So in total, between the lot of them, we've got about 25k in all of these, and realistically what I'm looking for is hopefully around 40 or 50k back. So best case scenario, they go all the way to 5k and we're absolutely laughing, we've made 30k profit, or they go up to 4k and we're still in quite a good position. Now, obviously they're French managers, they're going to go up. Now, of course, this investment was actually posted into the investment section in the premium bit of the Discord. So if you do want to get these ahead of time, make sure to get in the Discord. Free and premium links down below. Now, another manager set that actually went a bit crazy was the Nigerian manager. So if we go for staff and we go over to N, I believe we're looking here, Nigeria. I don't believe there's many managers. I think we've got just the one. Is it just the one? So as you can see, this guy is going for a fair bit. So realistically, if we pop this up to 2,000 coins, we should be in the money for this one. So we got, oh, that is a steal. That is a steal and someone stole it from us. That is unlucky. You're not going to see many steals like that of a manager, especially when everyone's kind of hot on it. Nigerian managers right now, being that there is, you know, the likes of Osimhen and a fair few players that actually will be much better off by having these managers. It's hard to pick these guys up. So everyone kind of knows it. You can obviously have a look at bidding, and that's where I'd kind of suggest you go with the French, because there is more of, I hate this new sniping. The new sniping is absolutely horror. I think it's going to make it so hard for us to actually snipe and make profits. I don't know if this is menu lag. I don't know how fixable it is, but if they could fix it, Okay, there you go. So you have to just be so slow, which is annoying. We've got and Kuro here. We've got him for a 2.7. I'm going to put that up. I think we can get a 3.5, maybe even a 4 out of him. Obviously, it's going to be when he goes back up in price. When we look over at the French, there's quite a few of them. So it's going to be a little bit easier to pick these up. Now, you can see that there are a few. I mean, realistically, at that 2K mark, you've got, I mean, to be fair, we'll take you. We won't. You can see that they haven't massively rose from where I got them. So they're still kind of at where you'd want to kind of invest in. They're a little bit higher. I mean, I've got a lot of 2.2. They're probably more like 2.4 now from the looks of things. So realistically, you've got the chance to bid on a lot of these. It's definitely one where you can still win some on bids, but you're going to have to be very, very patient. And obviously, you know, there's a whole row here that I would happily invest in. We'll take a couple of these if they're not already bought out from under us. So we'll see if we can get one on a snipe. Of course, like I say, not a fan of the new sniping system. It does mean you have more time to actually do the snipe, because obviously everyone's got to be slower with it. But it's kind of like, okay, I don't know how I feel about it. It's either good because you don't have to rush, or bad because it just ruins normal sniping. But either way, we'll take it. It's you know, it's working for us enough that I'm not going to complain massively. But let's have a look at the transfer list. We've got someone sold. Shabozlai, 4.1. I'll take it. He might rise, and that's okay, because I want the coins now for investing, for trading, for buying players, because I'm having fun with the game right now. Now, a few players that are absolutely worth looking at, and also actually some consumables. We've got what I would say is always a good bet is the shadow. If you can pick up a shadow on the board. So if you can grab a shadow, I mean, let's have a look what the cheapest price right now is. I mean, I know it's not 4.2 because we've already seen that. If the menu could just work a little bit better. So 3.2, you got a couple there. I reckon what, 2.9? Free, dead on free. So if you sit here, do a bit of compare price, you might see one coming up for like 2.7, 2.5. That's where I'd say if you grab it at 2.5, just keep it, hold it for a little while. And if you have got a lot of these consumables in your club, put them on the transfer list so you don't waste them. Oh, for God's sake, new system. But that would have been, yeah, I mean, that's literally exactly what I'm trying to tell you to get, and it came up, and they decided to say no, you can't have that. Yeah, new system. Hopefully they sort it ASAP. I just don't see how we can have a menus like this for too long. Obviously, they did have menu errors on the last FIFA for a while, so I'm a little bit worried about that. So unfortunately, we're missing those snipes on those shadows. I would advise just trying to bid on them if you can. Now, we're going to run through some players because I did promise that we'd get players in as well, and there's a few that we're going to talk about. The main ones being Alisson, Courtois, and then essentially anyone, I would say basically the 40 to 50k mark plus of players who are going to be used in pro teams, in better teams, in higher end teams. Low end meta, we want to stay away from for the time being. If you look at, I mean, I'd use the example of, for example, let's have a look. Gabriel is a good one. Gabriel has been up and down a ton. I've got him in my squad. I picked him up at 40k. He's gone all the way down to 25 at times. But Gabriel is an inform that if it is considered as good, which I've used it in my game and in my team, sorry, and it is unbelievable, this guy will go up a lot. So this is an inform because he's in the first week. Not a lot of people are going to pack him. He's going to have a short supply, but he's a lower rated inform. So there are going to be a few people who hold off from selling him and try and make some profit of him. So you've got to be careful with it, but he is a good idea. If you can pick him up at 30 or 35 when he dips again, absolutely get it going. When there's a promo pack released, so at 6 o'clock, make sure to have a look. 637, have a look at his pricing and get him for the 30 to 35 range and hold, because he should go up to 50-55 when the game comes out. He's a very, very good centre back. Now, as I was saying, staying away from that lower end meta players, I mean by that, I mean Palmer is probably one you want to avoid. I picked him up. He's gone quite far down. That was just for my personal team, but you have to bear in mind these cards aren't going to stay at those prices because there's going to be a good supply of him. As an 85, he's not hugely rare. And then another one we look at, I mean, Rice here, as you can see, I picked him up for 18.5k. I would stay clear of this because right now, I mean, I've eaten my words. Apparently Rice is a good one. Surely he's not extinct. And I would definitely stay clear of him if he is extinct, because of course when things go extinct and the price ranges, it can be crazy. So it's better to just stay out of them. But surely there's not. Okay, so Rice has just sawn up. I've been very lucky apparently to get him when I did. But as I was saying, forget that I've said that, but any of that lower cheap meta you don't really want to be involved in because there's going to be such a huge supply. If we have a look at that sort of 10 to 20k range, I mean, Palmer, as I said, stay away from him. Martinez, probably avoid him as well. Hudson-Odoi, absolutely stay out of that. If we look at, Canate, definitely don't go for those cards. Too much supply is going to come. So when you want to look at the players like Courtois, obviously, once again, it's been in the Discord already, but it's definitely worth looking at again, because although he's already risen a bit, he's going to keep rising. You have to think he's got links to Bellingham, he's got links to Mbappe, he's got links to Endrick, who's actually going to be, for even those lower rated teams, a big thing this year. We've got Rodrigo as well. There is a ton of links that Courtois provides. Now, if you can get him on a cheaper snipe, or if you can get him for the sort of 40k, 45, obviously a lot better. If you can wait till there is promo cards or promo packs that are tradable, once again, much better. Similarly with Alisson, wait for there to be a promo, snap him up when people have a lot of supply of him, and you're not going to have to pay as much. Now, I hope you guys have enjoyed today's video. If you have, make sure to drop a like down below, and of course subscribe. And if you are interested in it, get involved in the Discord. As I said before, we do have a free and premium. And one last tip, looking at this inform team, all I will say, Adeyemi is insane, and I think that Yamal is far too cheap right now, so bear that in mind. Those are some sort of honorable mentions if you want to get involved in them as well.